Welcome back to Grammar Grade 9. This is Unit 1, Lesson 2, and we're staying with the noun, but looking at it from a brand new angle. Last time, we counted nouns, one, many, or a whole group. Today, we'll name them in two different ways at once. Is a noun a general word or a specific name? And is it something you can touch and sense, or an idea you can only think about? Let's find out. Remember, a noun still names a person, a place, a thing, or an idea. That never changes. What changes today is how we sort them. We're going to use two separate scales. Scale 1 asks whether a noun is proper or common. Scale 2 asks whether it is concrete or abstract. And here's the part I love. Every single noun fits on both scales at the same time. So by the end, you'll be giving each noun two labels, not one. Let's start with the first scale. A proper noun names one particular person, place, thing, or idea, and it always begins with a capital letter. Think of it this way. Your aunt is just a common noun, but Aunt Mara, that specific woman, is a proper noun. A city is common. Havana is proper. A common noun, then, is simply the general name for something. River, planet, holiday, company. None of those points to one specific example, so none of them is capitalized. The rule is short. If a word names something specific, you give it a capital letter. Proper nouns show up in every category. For people, think Frida Kahlo or Uncle Devon. For places, the Sahara or Mount Rainier. For things, the Mona Lisa or a Boeing 747. Brand names and titles count too. And here's one that students forget. Even eras and holidays get a capital. The Renaissance is a proper noun. So is Diwali. Anytime you point to one specific thing, up goes the capital letter. Now the second scale, starting with concrete nouns. A concrete noun is something that takes up space or can be caught by one of your senses. If you can see it, hear it, touch it, taste it, or smell it, it's concrete. A thunderclap you hear. Cinnamon you smell. Velvet you feel. A glacier you see. All of them are concrete because a sense can reach them. That's the whole test. If any sense can catch it, the noun is concrete. Abstract nouns are the opposite. An abstract noun names an idea, a quality, or a feeling. Something real, but with no physical form. Courage, jealousy, freedom, patience. You can't put any of those in a box. They have no shape, no sound, no smell. You know them, you feel their effects, but no sense can actually touch them. That's the mark of an abstract noun. You understand it, yet you can't sense it directly. Here's where it all comes together. Because the two scales are separate, every noun carries one label from each. Take courage. It's a general word, so it's common. And it's an idea, so it's abstract. Common and abstract. Now take Chicago. It's a specific city, so it's proper. And you can walk right through it, so it's concrete. Proper and concrete. Beethoven, a particular person, so proper, and a man you could have heard and seen, so concrete. The lesson is simple. Always ask both questions, never just one. Let's turn that into a quick check you can run on any noun. First question, is it a specific name? If yes, it's proper, and it needs a capital letter. Second question, can one of your senses catch it? If yes, it's concrete. If not, it's abstract. Answer both and the two labels simply stack together. Let's try some out. In this first set, I'll give you a noun and you decide whether it's proper or common. Remember, a proper noun names one specific thing and gets a capital letter. Pause the video and try each on your own before I reveal the answer. The word is Pacific Ocean. Is that a general word or a specific name? There's only one Pacific Ocean, and we capitalize it, so this is a proper noun. The answer is proper. The word is bridge. Does it point to one particular bridge? No, it's the general name for any bridge at all, and it isn't capitalized. So bridge is a common noun. The word is Tuesday. Days of the week name one specific day and always take a capital letter. So Tuesday is a proper noun. The answer is proper. Now for the second scale. For each word, decide whether it's concrete, something a sense can catch, or abstract, an idea you can only think about. Pause and try each before I answer. The word is cinnamon. Can a sense catch it? Absolutely. You can smell it and taste it. So cinnamon is a concrete noun. The answer is concrete. The word is honesty. Try to touch it or hear it. You can't. Honesty is a quality, an idea, so it's an abstract noun. The answer is abstract. The word is thunderclap. Can you sense it? You certainly hear it roll across the sky. So a thunderclap is a concrete noun. The answer is concrete. Let's gather up what we learned. A proper noun names one particular person, place, thing, or idea, and it always takes a capital letter. A common noun is just the general name. A concrete noun is anything your senses can catch. You can see it, hear it, touch it, taste it, or smell it. While an abstract noun names an idea, a quality, or a feeling you can only think about. And the big idea? Every noun sits on both scales at once. Courage is common and abstract. Chicago is proper and concrete. Give every noun its two labels, and you'll always know exactly what kind of noun you're looking at. I'll see you in the next lesson.